Hello everyone. As you can see by the title, I don't know what it says yet, but I have a gist of what it's going to say. No, that's not a joke. It's not clickbait. I will be walking away from YouTube in a couple months. I don't know exactly when, and I don't even know if it'll be a couple months. It'll be when I get the last 2 videos I have done, or I have to do, done.
If you all were a subscriber at this time when this video came out, this was definitely a blow to you. Nobody really knew how to react, so many people had so many questions, and yet Cayleigh did manage to answer them all. Unfortunately, there were a lot of people who immediately started conspiracy theories. They didn't really take hold very well at the time, but I did see a few in the comments section at the time. Most people, I do believe, jumped on the whole theory of demonetization, but we'll get into that later on into the video. Before we jump into where Cayleigh Elise has gone, what happened to her, and all the speculation and rumors, I feel it's important to go back to the very beginning. Hello everybody, welcome to, well, my very first video that I've ever done in this type of format on this channel. I want to cover the disappearance of Cayleigh Elise. It was very sudden, nobody expected it. Though she did quit YouTube in March of 2019, no one saw her deleting her Discord, social media, and all of her videos, including her channel, taking place as suddenly as it did, with no warning and no explanation. I kind of wanted to deep dive into some of the rumors here, and more or less debunk a couple of them. A few of them may be true. That being said, I think Cayleigh Elise deserves the respect and the trust due to how she had conducted herself while she was on YouTube. I wouldn't go around believing rumors because they can easily, well, she could come out and disprove them in an instant if she wanted, or prove them to be true. The problem is we're never going to know until she does that. We can get all the people that say they know her. We can get all the people that talk about, yeah, I knew her exes, or I knew her father, or I knew her third cousin, and yet we have no way of verifying that. So when we jump into these videos, I just want you all to remember to take everything with a grain of salt, or a heaping bowl if you will. Because until these are verified, there is absolutely zero reason to put any trust in them. As fun as they are to go over, and as fun as they are for us to speculate, I see a lot of people get heated, and I see a lot of people thinking this makes more sense than something else, when in reality, you could just be dead wrong. Just trust Cayleigh Elise in this. That's all I'm asking for now. Maybe she'll come forward later on. Maybe she'll come back. Maybe we'll never hear from her again. But until something is said, guys, seriously, be careful. Let's jump right on into the video. I was wanting to insert the video of Cayleigh Elise winning Rob Dyke's contest, or, well, today's Rob Gavigan. At the time, he was Rob Dyke. He had a contest called So You Want to Be a YouTuber. It was actually the second one. I don't know the results of the first one, to be honest. I actually thought this was the only one. I guess I missed the first one completely, despite being subscribed and a fan of Rob's when the first one took place. But the second one, Cayleigh Elise's video was absolutely incredible. Very, very well done, and it wasn't even a contest at that point. When she uploaded that video, everybody pretty much knew who won, and she didn't really have too much of a following at the time. It was a fantastic video. It was like, I can't remember all the details, but it was actually really funny. She ends up like getting dragged into a closet by some sort of ghost and whatnot, and that's how the video ends. And it was a really cool video. I remember some very good details in it. I loved it, and even if she hadn't won the contest, that entry alone gave her a significant boost, and it was very well done. The best I can give you right now is reading off this Wikitubia and going into a couple other pages that have kind of documented her entire rise all the way up to the point of her deleting her channel. So I'm going to go ahead and just read this. Cayleigh Elise is a former American YouTube vlogger and internet personality. She ran horror-related YouTube series including Dark Matters, Nameless, Unsolved Cases, Behind These Walls, and Monsters Among Us. She's good friends with fellow horror YouTubers such as Rob Gavigan and Mortis Media, and has done collaborations with them in the past as well. Her popularity began to rise in 2015 and 2016 due to her entering Rob Dyke's So You Want to Be a YouTuber contest 2015, which we just talked about, where she won. In March 2019, Cayleigh announced she would be leaving YouTube, citing health reasons for her departure. However, her content would remain on her channel for the time being. In late December of 2019, it appeared that Cayleigh had deactivated her channel and all of her content had been removed from YouTube. All her other social media accounts seem to have been inexplicably deleted or deactivated as well. As of August 2021, Cayleigh Elise doesn't have a presence on the internet. She left completely with no apparent explanation as to why she did. And that definitely saddens me. I was a part of that Discord, and I remember checking in January of 2020, just realizing it wasn't there and was like, what happened? Went to her channel, realized it had all been gone myself, and that was genuinely decently sad. Had no idea what happened at all. There's a lot of rumors flying around, and I'll get into the rumors, but I do want to very much preface this before getting into any rumors in any way, shape, or form. Cayleigh has been very genuine. There's never been any controversies with her. She has been very open, and I tend to just believe her at face value. Some of these rumors I get in can be convincing, and it wouldn't be a problem if she wasn't telling the truth, simply because this would be a dire situation for her, or at least some of them would be. Regardless of all of it, I have no reason to doubt her, and you should be, as well as everybody should be in general, should take her word at face value. I see no reason to distrust her in any way, shape, or form. So that being said, take these rumors with a grain of salt. As you all can see here, Cayleigh Elise grew rapidly, and this data is very choppy and doesn't go as far back as when she first started uploading to YouTube, but we could still see some social blade here, and how far she'd came in just literally a year. From right here, she was at 139,000 subscribers January of 2017. And if you go all the way into January of 2018, she more than actually tripled her subscriber count from 100+ thousand subscribers to 300+ thousand subscribers. I mean, that's insane. And that's just in 1 year, let alone all the way up to the point where she finally did, unfortunately, delete her channel to 404,000 subscribers. That is some insane rapid growth that most YouTubers dream about, and unfortunately may have came on and overwhelmed her. We're not entirely sure exactly if that was a contributing factor or not of the rapid growth playing into it, and I mean, that would be pretty terrifying. You just practically become famous overnight, even though it wasn't exactly overnight, but you still get what I'm saying. There are many YouTubers who literally have been making videos consistently for 8-9 years plus that have never come close to this level of growth. And don't get me wrong, there are other YouTubers out there that I'm sure have grown just as fast, if not faster, but there was something very, very genuine about Cayleigh Elise in general. No controversies, nothing along those lines, and that's something that I really want to hit hard with. People loved Cayleigh Elise for that reason alone. She was a very genuine person. Never any type of drama or controversies coming up. Very kind. Took the time to really talk to her subscribers and just focused on the work that was at hand, which a lot of people connected with. Everybody knows somebody in some way, shape, or form that has gone missing, and to see someone actually legitimately care about that situation and try to get those cases out there to help get them solved is a very admirable thing. Now, after all that being said, there is a reason why people do continue to believe rumors, and I can't necessarily say I fault anybody for it at all, and I can't say that I don't necessarily believe that they're possible as well, simply because of what she says in this video right here. I'm going to play it for you, but before I do, I actually do want to point out that she is wearing that very shirt that I told you about earlier in the video, the one that I would actually really want really bad. Awesome, awesome shirt. Just a side note. All in all, this is where videos like this, parts like this in her story, make it very believable that it's very possible something else caused her to delete her channel. She said that she was going to leave the Discord up and running and she would pop in and check in every now and then. She also said that the videos would not be going anywhere as far as she knows. Now, she did say as far as she knows. She may have been thinking about deleting it all outright altogether at this moment anyway. But like I said, this is where the rumors take a little bit of root. So I don't fault people for going down those rabbit holes. Again, we'll never know until she verifies it herself. I just hope that at some point she does.
First, just to clear this up, all of the videos currently up on the channel will remain up. I don't have any plans to remove them. I know some people were concerned about that. They will be there. They're not going anywhere as far as I know.
So before we get into all the rumors that are kind of going around, I would like to talk about the first one specifically because it's just so easily debunked that it's kind of silly. And that would be that Cayleigh Elise quit simply because of the adpocalypse. Now, the adpocalypse affected a lot of people. And it affected the horror community more than any other community, even more than the political communities, because YouTube just simply felt that it was grotesque, it was awful. And this is what drives me nuts about it. So many people were hurt by this when all these videos were doing was giving exposure to cases of people that were missing and potentially people that could have very well still been alive. And for YouTube to stifle those videos from getting views, to me was just egregious. Now, fortunately for Cayleigh Elise, she had a huge following. People loved her videos. Her videos always pretty much got more views than what she had subscribers, which is excellent. And she very clearly was able to make it through this adpocalypse relatively easily. And it's not because she was just so popular. That's not the only reason. I have to say her merchandise was probably one of the best designs I've ever seen from any YouTuber. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a big fan. I mean, her designs were absolutely incredible. The Wendigo, the Jackalope, very, very cool designs. The one where I think there were vines or something. You'll see it in the video where she's sitting at her computer for her announcing the final live stream. She's sitting there. It has this vines coming up, touching this crescent moon, and there's like a jackalope in the middle. It's really cool. Genuinely cool stuff. Maybe there'll be pictures down here, but I'm going to read through this. Adpocalypse. YouTuber makes thousands of dollars in one weekend with Teespring, and this is Teespring just gloating about it because they're pretty happy. Obviously. When the door closes, look for a window. The Mindset Help by Cayleigh Elise finds new ways to remonetize her YouTube channel in the wake of the adpocalypse, as she explored new revenue streams. Until recently, Cayleigh was able to support herself mainly through ad revenue. Imagine her shock and frustration when she realized her YouTube AdSense income had decreased by more than 70% in less than a month. Now keep in mind, those aren't her words, this is Teespring's words. In her own words, the situation was severe. Obviously, these would be her own words. I couldn't sustain myself and was going to have to shut down my YouTube channel. But clearly with her Patreon and clearly with these shirts, she did not need to do that and managed to stay open for quite a while. Oh, wow, look at retro YouTube here. Isn't that fun? Let's open up a bigger picture here. Look at this. So, it's very interesting to see. But yeah, she had up here, you could see my mouse circling around this. The Jackalope design. She had a Wendigo design that was really, really cool. I absolutely love these designs. The Cayleigh Elise channel is full of spooky content, unsolved mysteries, urban legends, and the paranormal, which YouTube has deemed not advertiser-friendly. As she began losing ad revenue, she recalled fans asking if they could support her through Patreon and custom merch. Cayleigh created a Patreon account and began investigating merchandise options as well. In her own words, Cayleigh explains why she chose to start selling with Teespring. Teespring's quality guarantee and good reputation with creators in the YouTube community made them my first choice for selling merch. I'm very pleased with the quality of products my fans have received, and they're so excited to post and share photos wearing my hoodies and tees. These are the t-shirts. I don't know. I can't promise that these are going to look great. Okay, no, they look pretty good. This is what she started off with, and they look pretty fantastic. Those were not the ones that I personally remember as well, but you could see all the people here. I do remember these, a lot of these. I guess they're not going to show all the really cool ones, but I mean, Dark Matters. There's a lot of people that were... Look at this diversity of people. Just everybody. Looks like they're concerned, you know, with what's been going on with missing people in general. And what a cool mug. I wish I could... Oh, I want one of these so bad. That's just great. The design's fantastic. They're spooky, but they're eerie and they're just cool looking. I absolutely love it. These are not even the coolest designs that she would later come out with. It's just phenomenal to see this. So that's where she was, and that's why I just genuinely do not believe in any way, shape, or form that this had anything to do with her deleting her YouTube channel. There are many articles on Cayleigh Elise. Many articles on her. This one I chose because it's one of the newest ones, and I appreciate them trying to get her to reach out to them and make sure that she is okay. Totally understand that perspective. This is as updated can be at the time of me recording this video in June of 2023. Cayleigh Elise, where is she now? This gets into some of those rumors that we were talking about. Cayleigh Elise was born on December 1st, 1991. 30 years old. Yeah. Was an American YouTube vlogger. Oh, I thought they were just going to say was an American. I'm like, well, I don't think she revoked that. She ran into intriguing horror-related YouTube series, including Dark Matters, Unsolved Cases, Nameless. We've seen all this. Cayleigh Elise is good friends with fellow horror YouTuber. I mean, we've seen all this too. We know everything all about this. Now, Cayleigh Elise missing. In March 2019, Cayleigh announced that she would be leaving YouTube, citing health reasons for her departure. However, she assured her fans that her content would remain on her channel for people to enjoy. In late December of 2019, Cayleigh had deactivated her channel and all of her content had been removed from YouTube, and all her social media accounts have been deleted as well. As of May 2022, Cayleigh Elise doesn't have a presence on the internet. She left completely with no apparent explanation as to why she completely vanished, which is odd because in the video, where at the end of her live stream, it seems to me she's incredibly excited, or not incredibly excited, but just happy in general, because she knew she had a Discord. She knew she could keep in touch, and if she ever wanted to come back, her fans were waiting on her. That's why I believe she's very happy at the end of that video, to be honest.
Alright guys, that makes it 8 p.m. Thank you for joining me for everything. Literally everything. Thanks for your support. Thanks for being here for the final live stream. If you couldn't make it, that's okay. Thanks for all you've ever done for me. Yeah. Again, I'll see you on the Discord. But for now, I'm gonna go take a breather. I'm gonna go get my dog. And yes, the darkness always matters, but more importantly, I want you all to stay safe, okay? Stay safe, y'all. Follow your dreams and all the other motivational shit you need to hear right now to get your life together, okay? Okay. All right, guys. This is me, signing out. Stay safe. And have a good night.
It's very bizarre to me to see her so upbeat and so smiley. And it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense knowing that she has a way back in if she wanted. She has interactions with the outside world. So why would she just delete it all? Well, let's keep going, and we'll talk about that. It's unknown why Cayleigh Elise deleted her channel, as she promised to keep her content up. Also, she could still make money from her old videos, though it is said that her content got demonetized from YouTube and that pushed her to delete it all. I don't believe this. I really don't believe that she was making everything free and she had her job. She didn't plan on making money from YouTube anymore. She left. I don't see why that would have just been it for her and be like, you know what, it's just done. I just don't buy it. Maybe it is. Maybe she'll one day come in and clarify that. As of right now, I have no reason to believe that. It seems a little out of character for her. Anyway, it's because of this unfortunate occurrence, pretty much every video she has ever made is lost. Well, not quite. Not quite. There are a lot of videos that are lost, including the video I really wanted to show at the beginning of her winning Rob's contest, but most of them are still around. This unfortunately includes the intriguing videos from her Nameless series where she has talked about unidentified victims in order to shed light on the victims and made in an effort to identify them. She never went forth to identify anyone, but still, it was extremely noble of her to cover the cases of Jane and John Doe that no one else would. That is very noble. I love it. I absolutely respect it. I'm sure that because of her, many cases either have been solved or will be solved. Personally speaking, I miss Cayleigh's content. She was one of the best true crime, and this is all opinion here. I don't want to read too much into that, even though I agree with them 100%. Just better to move on and get to the facts. So this is what's very interesting. I want to skip down to what fans say about Cayleigh Elise. This is very, very much, how would I even put this? Take this with a whole heaping bowl of salt, guys. There's absolutely no evidence to corroborate this. I don't know who the person is making this claim. It is certainly possible. But guys, situations like this we have to be careful of because it involves another human being who quite unfortunately, has no way of defending himself in this situation. I have recently come into some info around Cayleigh. I was never a fan of her content, not that I wouldn't have been, I just didn't know about her. I was recently involved with an ex of hers. Another YouTuber whose handle I won't reveal publicly, but his name is Joel. I believe I've heard about Joel. I don't want to say why. Either I heard it from her or I've heard it from a friend who I'm not going to bring up in this video. This friend does personally know Cayleigh. Very good friend. Absolutely enjoy the person. I talk to this person all the time. So they have a lot of info, but even this person is not 100% sure. This person has not spoken to Cayleigh since, I believe, a week or two before Cayleigh ended up deleting her channel. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to get an update through that person, and even if I did, I don't feel that I would share it here. Simply because, in a situation like this, I want to take Cayleigh Elise's words for it. Even if, and I know the person I'm talking to is straight up telling the truth about everything. It's just out of respect. If the person who wants to be gone from the internet has given their reason, I'm going to respect that. I don't want to speculate, at least until I get permission from Cayleigh to speak about anything else. Not that I have any information from Cayleigh directly, but if I did, I would want her permission. I'm just letting you all know that. So they say he is a monster, seeing how he has treated multiple women and experienced firsthand the horrible and degrading ways he puts people down. I have no doubt he was involved with her leaving. But why? She was married at the time. Unless her ex is her ex-husband. So to me, it's a little strange, right? But there's another issue here. Her ex, let's say he was awful, degrading, and forced her to delete her channel and all of her outside world connections. To me, it's a little strange simply because she's no longer with him. He's an ex. I don't see why she would still be abiding by his rules if she is no longer with him. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So already red flags are coming up that this might not be true. Again, I don't know. But to me, that's a strange situation. Most of his early videos are narrations of her stories. He has yet to remove them, and he monetized them all. Now here is a really creepy thing coming up. As he explained to one of my friends, she was too depressed and it weighed me down. Now again, I have no way to verify this. When a friend pushed him to elaborate on her disappearance, he responded with a demon emoji and said, "She broke my heart, so I broke hers." Okay, still, it doesn't make a lot of sense. So this person says, please, if any of you know how or where to find Cayleigh, I really want to discuss this with her. This person has put me to the lowest point I've been in years. I have a gut feeling that he is involved here somehow. I think that's a stretch. I think that's quite the stretch. Again, if he is her ex, they're done with each other. Why would she still be playing by his rules? I don't understand that at all. I wonder if there was another reason though, especially since it happened rather shortly after she got married. Maybe it could do with possibly wanting a family and a better job. I mean, that's just downright logical because it's like, that's what she said, isn't it? So I kind of tend to read when people are speculating, maybe she just wanted to live a normal life. And I'm like, yeah, it's almost like that's word for word what she said in her videos. So I find that to be funny in a sense, you know. Since she didn't want the channel to follow her around, if she decided to have children, they would possibly find the channel. Plus, actually, I don't know, wouldn't she want her kids to watch that stuff and be aware? I don't know, that's just a weird speculation to me. Plus, if she was looking to work somewhere, whether it be behind the scenes or social media or something else, the videos could have also been something that may hurt her in the hiring process. I don't follow that at all. I don't see why that would ever hurt her. She deleted everything 9 months after, no longer creating videos, so I don't know. If she had children, I'm sure it'd be painful to see notifications from videos that related to children being harmed, and I can understand that. My wife has a hard time with that, but you know what? Going through the videos with Cayleigh Elise actually made my wife feel a lot better. believe it or not. It was something, I don't know, my wife just really seemed to connect with Cayleigh quite a bit more than most other YouTubers that she watches, or Crime Junkie or any of them. Not that any of them are bad, they're not. We absolutely love Crime Junkie and follow them every Monday. But Cayleigh had something special. Something calming, something very, very trusting. It just felt good, even though it was such a dark subject. It actually felt really good to watch the videos. Unlike most other shows where you're really just, it can be hard to listen to some of them sometimes because of the children that it involves, and me, myself, having 2 children, 2 very young children. It can be difficult to listen to shows like that. With Cayleigh, I didn't feel that way, and neither did my wife. She was a very special YouTuber, without a doubt. Conclusion. Cayleigh Elise, if it happens that you come across and read this, thank you. For years of great content created with an unprecedented level of detail and an incredible ability to be empathetic to victims and those left behind. The reason why I wanted to read that is because I feel like there are many, many people, and I want her to see how many people, well, not necessarily how many, because I'm not showing that many, I guess, but that no matter where you look, no matter what article you pull up, you're going to see people with this at the end of their article. You're going to see people wanting you to reach out to them to make sure that you're doing okay. You have an entire army waiting behind you, an absolute monstrosity of subscribers that in an instant will be right there for you if you need them. These people are insane with how much they care about you. And I don't mean that in a negative way by any means. I mean, these people are genuinely worried. These people only want to make sure that you're doing well, and they will be right there anytime you need any of them. If you are in a situation with some sort of abusive relationship, I guarantee you will be able to rile this army up, and they will be right there to help you out. You shouldn't feel trapped in any way, shape, or form. Of all the people out there that could be a victim, it'd be the wrong person to happen to if it was Cayleigh. Simply because people will act and they will help more than probably any other victim out there. I mean, it would be very unfortunate if that was what's going on. Again, I have my doubts. I tend to just trust Cayleigh at face value. Like I said, she's more than earned it. There was one more rumor I did want to discuss a little bit that I don't have any way of proving. Anything's possible out there, but there was another rumor floating around that Cayleigh ended up deleting everything because she felt like that there may be some stalkers watching her. It's legitimately a decent fear to have, in my opinion, when you're covering a bunch of cold cases. Obviously, if these cases are cold, and these people are still out there who committed these crimes, are not wanting to get caught, I could see why they would have a problem with Cayleigh Elise. Now, that being said, we don't know that any of them had ever seen any of her videos, though it's very highly likely. It's very highly possible. I don't know which one actually would be more correct to say, but likely or possible, either or. She got a lot of views and a lot of reach. It just makes sense that it could happen. So I do not blame her at all. I do not think she's crazy by any means for having thoughts like that. I think that's relatively normal, just in my opinion. I can't say that if I weren't covering all these cases and I were getting some sort of weird, creepy emails or comments, that I wouldn't jump to that conclusion. Now, me being a male, a very heavily armed male, I have no fear of anybody coming to my place, except for the fear for them. Because if someone were to walk into my place, and in the area that I live in, which allows for stand your ground and to protect your own home, they won't walk out. And honestly, I can say, as bad as that would be, it's not my fault that they chose to go in somewhere that they knew they shouldn't have been when I have 2 young children. I'm not going to be sorry about that. But in the perspective of a woman, I don't know if she has said things to protect herself with. I don't know how she lives her life. I think she's more than capable of protecting herself, but I don't know if she has the confidence to protect herself, in which I could totally understand why she would feel that way. Again, there is absolutely no evidence in any way, shape, or form out there to suggest that this is what happened, at least not that I could find. In conclusion, I think we covered just about anything and everything that could be out there. Maybe I missed a few things, and if I did, please be sure to let me know in the comment section below. That being said, Cayleigh, I really want to just reach out directly to you. If for any reason at all you want me to remove the video or correct a few things that I may have gotten wrong in general, or correct the community, anything along those lines, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is in my About Me page. You would know, you've done this for a long time. You're way more experienced at this than even I am. So that being said, please reach out to me. If not, I totally understand, and I respect you not wanting to reach out and just wanting this to be done. I get it, and I'm very sorry to make this video. If it has caused you any grievance at all, I'm terribly sorry about that. Again, if you want me to remove the video, I'll do so. It's no problem. But please reach out, tell us how you're doing. I'd be more than happy to interview you, have any type of a chat with you in any way, shape, or form. Or we could keep it all private. Just reach on out. You know, at least I'll know you're safe, right? And then all you guys just have to deal with it, right? That would be so mean. No, but seriously, if you do reach out, I would greatly appreciate that. We don't have to do interviews. They can all be off the record. And even if it's just a simple, I really didn't like your video, please take it down, I understand. I will have to verify it's you, though, because if anybody could send me an email from Cayleigh Elise at google.net or whatever the crap they want to use, they could easily do that, and I'm not going to fall for that. I'm not going to be just that gullible. So definitely going to have to show some evidence that it's actually Cayleigh Elise herself, because that's not going to fly with me. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate y'all checking this out. Thank you all so much, and just always remember,
no matter what you choose to believe or what you speculate, I ask you only for respect in the comments below, and remember, though these may be dark matters, the darkness always matters.
Seriously, a special thanks to everybody who checked out the channel. I'm really grateful for you all watching this, sharing it about, liking it, and all that. And if you liked more, or if you want to see more, definitely subscribe, because there will be more coming very soon. I'm planning on starting this channel off, and I'm just going to cut to the chase and not even beat around the bush on this at all. I'm planning on doing uploads once a month. About once a month. I'm hoping to do it on the 1st of every month. That's my goal. And if this ends up taking off really well, I will be moving to once a week for sure. I'm really hoping to get into this and really just have a good time with you guys, ultimately. I think this is a really cool format. I absolutely enjoy digging and doing research. This has been a heck of an experience getting through all this. Now that I'm at the very end of the video, it's like, wow, this was a lot of fun. Even if I end up having to delete the channel, not that. Even if I end up having to delete the video, I'm at least very glad to have had the experience to go through this. It was very interesting, to say the least. Thank you all so much, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.